Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Totally missing food dinner for this, but whatever. I get it, Xbox. You've been on for like 2 hours now, I know. Also, the camera's off, because that's always great. Alright, there we go. Oh, my hair's messed up too. 3 pages of notes. My mic's picking up my own audio. Just gonna turn this down. There it is. Mace Window, what's going on? David and Total of 5, Redbeard, how is everyone doing? And if as far as I know, I may or may not have missed any other names that might not have been chatting, but I got, I think, most of the notes from that stream that people more or less would care about. But I'm doing all right, David. How about yourself? I'm more of now like just kind of annoyed and tired that that stream took, God knows how long. They spent more time, going off topic than they did actually with the content. I kind of wish the stream would have been like Wednesday where they showed up, went over the crap, and then it was done. But no, we had to talk about random things and food for 20 minutes. Glad to hear you're doing good. Glad to hear you're doing good. Yeah, some good info. Very long-winded and stupidly long, but yeah. 7 million are free to play. Nice, nice. I got the free gold war chest ticket yesterday as well. So, next, if I magically get the defender in a war chest, I will get duplicate gold. But I guess while I wait just a little bit to see if other people tune in here for a second, because there's a lot to cover and I really don't want to have to repeat everything. At this point, what will end up happening is I'll just straight up say go once you're going to have to just watch the sod, the stream on demand once it's over. I'm not going to take 2.5 hours like they did. So, or maybe, yeah, I think it was like 2.5 hours. What time is it? Yeah, it's 5:30. So I'm not going to take. Yeah, Mace, that's what I'm calling all the tanks I'll never play are war chest tickets, where it's like if I get it in a war chest, that's guaranteed free gold. I'm never going to play the defender more than likely outside of 1 or 2 games, but yeah. You can kind of like see that with, tanks like the 130 PM and other things that obviously you can't see because I have a filter on. But anyway, guys, David, my favorite tank is the Centurion, and that means every variant. Every variant. But yeah, we got a good amount to cover regarding stuff. So I'm just going to get straight to the rehashing of the notes in case people tuned into the stream at some point through. And that way I can cover things. Again, quick disclaimer, depending on how many questions or how much I need to clarify with stuff, this may be a straight talk stream, no gameplay. Because I need to make sure I answer your questions as best I can, not half-ass trying to focus on the gameplay and talk at the same time. So I got about 2.5 pages here on my trusty content notebook. So let's get started. So in the topic of new maps, just going down everything I heard, they have increased the trees and bushes for cover in these maps. They've replaced smooth terrain, i.e. fixing stretch textures and graphics. They have replaced and have made new trees and vegetation, so they look better. Adjusted the scale of cultures, i.e. grass and bricks. They have upgraded the rendering to mirror reality better. They have done improved lighting. They have all the art changes will be on all the systems. What's up, James? What's going on? It's been a while. So yes, no, all these graphical changes are not going to be only Series X or PS5 or whatever. It will be on every system except 360, of course. Improved anti-aliasing. I forget what the hell that was. I just wrote it down. I don't think anyone really cares about that, to be honest, but I wrote it down anyway. Particle lighting. So basically anything affected by sunlight. Improved shadow quality. Improved weather effects on tanks. So basically your tank will look better when you're driving through the mud or the snow, or you're sitting still and snow's falling on you, or whatever it is. They will continue adding to improved graphics in the future and into 2021 and beyond. Sup, Graham? What's going on? Yeah, I'm getting to that, Graham. I'm getting to that. Community map is still a thing, and it's coming soon. TM. I have no idea what that means with them, because it's wargaming. Okay, smoother grass textures. Got it. So regarding now onto the subject of map rotation, honestly, I thought this rotating maps out thing was kind of what they did every week. So I really don't see a difference or big change in that. It kind of sounds just still lazy. I'm doing all right, Graham. Thank you for letting me know how good you're doing. That's good to hear. Always good to hear. They're going to put in new maps. They're going to put in the old loved maps. I would love to see Westfield again. Hopefully this time people play it right instead of playing it like, the west side of the map is a thing. That's not a thing. Quit going on there. Let's go to the big hill. Be smart, please. And I don't know why. I, honest to God, don't know why I have to explain this, because it's annoying as well, and I'm not even a developer. They have not been deleting maps. If you got any bit of common sense, it's straight up, you can figure out that they're removing maps from the game because they need to remove the map in order to make adjustments and update the map. So I don't know where this stupid rumor of maps being deleted are. It's just probably Facebook stuff again as usual. Hold on, I gotta open this. I'm very thirsty. As usual, stream is unofficially sponsored by Coca-Cola Energy, my favorite energy drink now, aside from Monster. Alrighty. Moving on to page 2. I did an index finger for some reason. Alright, tank consumables. Alright, here's the big one for those that may have missed this part of the stream. There will still be 3 consumables. They are introducing reused consumables. That's a big one a lot of people were talking about. The number of uses is tied to whether it is a premium or standard round. I saw something in the stream saying about how the premium, and this might be Minto not even being fully aware. I don't know, or whoever was talking. We'll have to find out and figure that out. But it basically something, for example, like, maybe the standard consumables have unlimited uses, but the premium consumables have, 3 uses because they heal more modules at once or something like that. An example like that. Not saying that's the case, but that's kind of like what I mean. Sup, Salal, how you doing? Greetings. Dropping my pen. They may be adding 1 or 2 new consumables. So that's another big thing. We'll have to wait and see what that is. Last time they tried to add in a consumable, our community practically shit themselves and about started a riot before rioting was a thing. Alright, moving on to a quick equipment rehash. 4th slot will contain a piece of equipment that is the info you have now. So the red outline and your chance of penning the little color change in the reticle. So if you feel like being Uber Snipes Pro Sniper, I forget the American Sniper names guy off the top of my head. I really should know it, but all this information processing makes me forget things like that. you want to be Uber operator, cool pew pew guy, then you could pull that equipment off. But, if you're used to relying on that bit of information, I would highly recommend you don't touch that fourth equipment slot at all. And they are removing the concept of the complex equipment for some pieces. Emphasis on some. That means that there probably may still be some bits of equipment that are complex and will require gold. We will have to wait and see. Next thing here, we got tank stuff. That's just the subject content title that I put there. Packages are going to be out, and linear module progression will be in. I didn't fully understand that. I'm a visual learner, guys, so I kind of understand what they're saying. It kind of sounds very familiar, like it's kind of a system like what's on PC, but again, I would need a visual demonstration of how it would work or to experience it myself before I could actually explain it back, which is probably why that will be its own video. I need to write that one down. I'm going to just star that video. Yeah, we're just going to put that down. And if you guys have any questions as I'm going through this, please let me know. I'll try and answer them as soon as I'm done going down the list. And if you missed any of the information in this stream or information I've covered all up to this point, you're going to have to probably, unfortunately, just wait till the end of the stream and catch like the first X amount of minutes. I'll let you know at the end once we're done talking with that. Tech trees, they will now be vertical instead of horizontal. So, obviously it won't look like this. It will be straight down. Garage. New garage. It will be tank-centric, so it's going to focus more on the tanks. And apparently limited cool art, whatever that means. I'm assuming that means background noise. It's going to focus more on your tanks, not whatever the hell's going on in the background. Mercenary contracts. They're still not going to be they're still not going to be available when this update drops. But apparently they are coming back, I believe, at some point. And the tanks will still exist in your garage. I don't understand why people are afraid that these things are going to be removed. They would let you know. If they didn't say they were going to be removed, quit freaking out, please. Sup, Sloth Boy? What's going on? How you doing? Customization. Adding 3D styles. I kind of wish they didn't do this, but at the same time, the 3D styles look cool. I'd prefer if the 3D styles stayed detectory tanks, and I liked the skins idea for the premium tanks, because then that means I could have like 3 different variants of an M48 Patton, because they're all separate tanks. And that means I could have like 3 different nations represented that are not actually in the game. But, that's not everyone's cup of tea, and apparently people think that's a scumbaggy move, which I don't really care. It's still a free-to-play game. You can choose to buy it or not. Sup, Moosta, what's going on? Matchmaking. This is the big one. They did not say it's coming in this update. What I got from that at the very end, that probably most people left from, at least like 200 of you, is that there will be a big update next year that will bring, and I underlined this, will bring us closer to +1 -1 matchmaking. That does not mean it's coming. That just means it's going to be one step closer to such a thing. Okay. And that is about all the information I have in my fancy Centurion-themed notebook. Any questions as of now? So, aside for just base information, if you missed the stream or missed any part of information up to now, you're going to want to at least go and once the stream's over, rewatch the first 15 minutes, because honestly, that would be way, way better than wasting your time watching a 2.5 hour long stream where they derail the subject like every 5 minutes. So there you go. 15 minutes better than 2.5 hours. But yeah, let me see here. I got a question. So how cool would it be if a new piece of equipment allowed your tank to become plugged? That to me screams that it's not technically pay to win, but that just screams such a vibe to me. That just does. It really does. I wouldn't mind if they did something where I could pay gold to have a tank become premium, but if I had to, pay silver or something like that to where the tank becomes +1, -1, I'm sorry. No, I'm against such a thing. I don't think that's cool. I feel like that is a bad idea. Graham, maybe. It might also just be because it's a very highly requested feature. You also notice that they didn't say that any nerfs or stun mechanics were coming because along with the reusable consumables. They're just adding them. So it gives me the idea that they're just adding them because they're very highly requested. David, I have been streaming on YouTube for I guess 6 months now. I only started like in the summer. I had to reach a requirement in order to be able to do that. But yeah. James, what's going on, James? There are no actual tank changes. If you're talking about buffs, nerfs, they didn't cover any of that. Let me just double check here. Yeah, no buffs, nerfs. No buffs or nerfs. Thank you, David. Thank you very much for the compliment. So, I guess, quick selfless plug because I have to, because also the title says I'm on the rise to 2K subs. If you like the stream and you like this where I rehash it and give you the information instead of having you watch a 2.5 hour stream from the official guys if you missed it or something, or I pretty much play catch up, give this stream a big thumbs up if you want to see more things like this. Every time they do a big information stream, I will make sure I do things like this. Definitely hit that thumbs up. That lets me know you want to see more of these types of streams. At the same time, if you're new to this channel and you like the content, you like what I'm doing on the channel video-wise, or you haven't seen any of the videos there, I highly recommend you consider, subscribing and hitting that bell icon for notifications, so that way you know when a new video pops up, or when I do a giveaway or live stream, for example. Yes. But, yeah. How do I feel about the update overall? I'm a bit excited right now. I feel like now there's at least 3 videos I'm going to have to remake. So that's fun. So I'm going to have to remake those videos. But overall, I feel a little bit excited. I wish I knew what the theme was for this time, so I knew if I would be motivated to actually spend money on a season pass, but I don't know yet. I also have a very sinking feeling I'm going to be spending like literally an entire goddamn day fixing everything, which I'm not looking forward to. Well, James, basically all I do is I just go back through and I just give you the information. I just take notes during the stream and I just give you the information that they talk about. Because, like Jeff said, he might talk fast, but I'm able to pick up what he's saying really quickly because I'm paying attention, not doing side things like I know some of you might be, or maybe, you just didn't tune in, or whatever other reason, which is a perfectly valid reason that you may have. But, since I'm putting all my attention into what he's saying, I'm able to kind of pick up and understand the stuff. But, of course, I'm also used to hearing him talk because I always showed up at 3 a.m. on those extra live streams to hear him talk and answer QAs that everyone would be asleep during. But, I just assumed to give you guys the base information instead of being pulled along for 2.5 hours trying to figure out what was what and then getting pissed off and stop watching after 5 minutes. So, yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions at all? Like I said, I'm willing to sit here and literally not play anything for an hour and a half if that means that you guys have questions that I need to help you understand. If there are not, it's just going to be streaming like usual where I'll play for an hour and a half just because of the fact that they decide to drag this on for 2.5 hours. So, already that, I'm skipping dinner because of this, but I have a dedicated responsibility to you guys. So, yeah, all the more reason to hit that like button. I'm missing dinner for this. But yeah, if you have any questions, guys, do please let me know. And if you missed any of the information, I'm going to have to just say, because I'm not covering it all again, you're just going to have to go back and watch the first 15 minutes of the stream. Of this stream, once it's done. What's the best tank in the game? David, that is a very difficult question. The best tank in the game is one that you excel very well in. I excel very well in the Centurion Action X. Therefore, to me, the Centurion Action X is one of the best tanks in the game because it is a very flexible tank. At least that is what it is in my eyes because I'm able to perform many different roles in that tank. That doesn't mean statistically it's the best. It's just because it's one of the tanks that I perform the best in. So, it comes down to your skill set and how well you're able to perform in that tank that decides whether or not it would be the best tank. There is no such thing as a flat-out best tank. Not a thing. Not a thing. Running over them, removing lower tiers. I can do that real quick. So they're removing lower tiers. Basically, the way I understand this is, first of all, if you own them, you're not losing them. Swear to fucking God, that is so annoying. Hearing that same thing of, don't remove the tanks because I don't want them taken from my account. They're not taking them from your account. Buy them now. That way, they won't be taken from your account. Basically, they are removing them and they are making them unavailable for anyone else to get. So if a new player starts the game the day after the update, they are not going to be able to play tiers 1 and 2 with a couple 3s. So the reason they did this is the main one is because they decided that they realized analytically that the average amount of people, and I mean the average, not the seal clubbers or those that have a ton of tier 2s that they go back to with like 3,000 games in. Most players like me, they spend about, they go and play just enough games in their tier 1s and 2s to make it to the next tank, and then they never touch them again, save for some premium tanks or things like that, like me. I'll go back to some premium tanks every once in a while, but I never kept really any tier 2s or 3s. So that is one of the reasons why they're just dropping them. No point. The other reasons that I have a feeling, not saying this is the case, but I have this weird feeling that they are, is so that way new players are not getting seal clubbed or pub stomped by players that have 12,000 games in the T1 E6 or whatever, things like that. And then also just to kind of it's mainly to help the newer players not get bored or any pretty much have their learning experience ruined before it actually begins, which me as pretty much the primary dedicated educate I don't know, I'm not even trying to toot my own horn here, but I am primarily education over entertainment, so things like that I can get behind. Show you my favorite one. I mean, it's the Centurion. I mean, it's like 7 tanks. Like, here, you want my favorites? The Atomic, the Huntsman, the 5-1, the 7-1, the Action X. Let me just scroll over again to the next nation that has them. The Primo Victoria, the STRV-81, and the Earthshaker. Boom. There they are. There's my favorite one. Right there, that all 7 or 8 of those. Hell yeah. Let me check to see if I missed anything. Mace, that the whole linear thing, I do not fully understand how that works. I'm a visual learner, so I would actually have to see what they're talking about myself. Best thing I could think that you to give you a decent idea of what they're talking about, I think you're going to have to look at the way the research system works for PC to at least get a basic idea of what it is. That's what I think is probably what you're going to want to look to see. But the way they also kind of made it sound is it's almost like it's a straight line here. Let me see if I can actually draw a demonstration, albeit it will be somewhat small because this notebook is not huge. But don't quote me on this design, but this is the best way I think I can explain. I do, Emilio, definitely a step in the right direction. By the way, how are you doing? So let's just do this here. We're going to put what I'm training right now, which is the WZ120. So WZ120. Then we're going to put gun. Okay. Okay. And then we're just going to have... sure, whatever. I don't... multiple arrows for whatever reason. Engine. And then we're just going to add in multiple arrows for no reason at all. And then we're just going to, just for the sake of clarity, we're just going to have turret for no reason. That's it. That's all you need to research the 121. So the WZ20 again, we're going to scratch that out. And then 121. So here's how I think that they're explaining this. Is that basically what's going to happen is you are going to have the WZ120. And then what's going to happen is that as you grind up, you're going to get X amount of XP. So for the sake of easiness, let's say you only need 10,000 XP. 10,000 XP for the gun. So as you get 10,000 XP for the gun, well, 10,000 XP on the tank, you're going to be able to unlock the gun. Then as you go and you get 20,000 XP for the next tank, so overall that'd be like a total of 30,000 XP. You'll be able to unlock the engine. Okay, yeah. And then, okay, and now the next one's 30, so that would be 60,000 total XP. So, a horrible 3 because I'm writing this upside down. So once you hit another 30,000 XP, you'll be able to unlock the turret. And then you have, your base. There you go. You are fully researched there or something like that. And then you have to get 40,000. For X amount of XP, another 40,000 XP. So a total of 100,000 XP to get the 121. And then boom. I think that is the way they are explaining it, but I could be wrong. I also realize that you can barely see what I'm doing because I was looking down the whole time. But again, that just as a rehash, because I'm also noticing this, and I also can't hear if I'm talking right. But yeah, I think that's how that would work. Any questions regarding that? Please, again, don't quote me on that because I am unsure if that's exactly how that's going to be, guys. I don't. But I feel like that's the way that they're going to do with that. Yeah, I know, David, so many tanks. Do you think Tier 3 will be declassed to Tier 1 in the future? Then X will move. No, I don't think they're going to move the tanks down any tiers. I don't think that's what's happening. I remember someone asking about that as well, and they said no. I think. But they didn't say anything about declassing, down-tiering tanks. They didn't say anything about down-tiering tanks, so I can't really say that's the thing. Alex, yes, there's a bunch of news. I will say you're going to want to watch the first 20 minutes of this stream. Literally, no point. Normally I'm like, go watch their video on demand because reasons. No, this time I'm just going to say no. Don't go watch their stream because it's 2.5 hours long, and they go off topic like a billion times. Like I literally started getting mad and frustrated and really wanted to just be like, can we get back on topic, please? No, I never opened my mouth, but I mean, it's like, yeah, it was going very long. Steve, I did cover that on my stream on Wednesday. If only my my secretary was here, he could probably go take a look at that. I think if you go under my SODs, S-O-D, playlist, you'll see probably one of the more recent ones is Crew Changes Rehash. That's the title. You're going to want to do the same thing where you're going to want to go look at like the first 15 minutes of that, and that kind of explains the crew stuff that they covered with on Wednesday. Sup, Necro and Fernando, what's going on? How you guys doing? Yeah, don't worry, beards are nice. That might be it, Mace. That's kind of what I think it is. It might be something along those lines, but yeah. All the textures and high-res stuff added. Any guess how much the update said? Oh, probably a lot, Necro, seeming as there must be a whole lot of stuff going on with that. I'm just guessing it's going to be a big update. Where the day the update drops is probably the day that I may or may not just call off work. Because I'm going to need a jump start on this new update as soon as possible. So if I have to get up at like midnight or something, or 5 a.m. to, you know, start the install and then wait till God knows how long, so be it. But yeah, any other questions at all, guys? Yeah, no problem, Steve. By the way, how you doing, Steve? I think... yeah, I don't know if I said how you doing, but how you doing? Yeah, again, guys, feel free to ask any questions. I won't play as long as there's still questions, and if there are no questions, then we're just going to do the usual thing for the last hour, which is me just try and do double XP on some tanks, like the 120. But yeah, I'll give it like another 30 seconds, guys, of, you know, to allow you guys to type or whatever it is, if you have any questions. There goes my pen. Shit. I don't even know where that went. Okay. But, yeah, in other news, how is everyone doing? Hope you guys are doing good. Can I play an Artie? James, why do you want me to play an Artie, James? That's like some blasphemous stuff right there. That's like, oh God, oh no. Should probably also turn up my game volume so I can hear things. Hearing things would be nice. Because of the fact my stream secretary is not here to keep track of tank requests or anything like that, and because it's only an hour long, I don't think I'm going to do any tank requests tonight. If I do stream or do anything on Sunday, probably will do tank requests then, provided Yezdi is available. Yeah, I know. You never see me play it. Well, there's a reason why you never see me play it. Because A, it's very boring for people watching. They hate it. B, because I know it's boring, the only way to actually probably make it exciting is to just go start trying to shotgun everybody, which, you know, then at that point, it's like, not really in the mood to go play a game for about 20 seconds after firing one shot and then dying immediately, so really not in the mood to do that. And also because of the fact that, you know, it's not something I play that often, so I don't really play it for a reason. Nash Hoof, what's going on? How you doing? They'll give us more info before the update. I have no idea. I would hope so. It's kind of one of those things where I strongly feel that they need to give us a heads up before they drop it. My guess is we will probably see it the day before the update actually drops. You know, kind of how like on Mondays before the weekly reset, they post the patch notes the night before. I would hope that they do the same thing regarding articles of, hey, here's the changes. Not doing this after, you know, after it all drops and we've already realized whatever the hell happened. Yeah. 252U is just another version of an IS-3. Don't believe me? There's a historical article saying it's a prototype version. It's a prototype design of an IS-3 project. So to me, it's basically just another IS-3. I deal with it as it is. When you're a tier 10 facing it, it's really not a big deal. The tank is not that big a deal to face, guys. It really is not. When it first came out and had up armored stuff that an IS-3 did, you know, compared to the IS-3, everyone was freaking out like, "Oh my God, this is pay to win." And then you know, other tanks came in and people were like, "Oh yeah, this is not a big deal. I bitched about nothing." Steve, yeah, I covered that in earlier. You're going to want to take a look at the first 15 minutes, probably closer to the end though. No, no, closer to the beginning of when I start covering stuff. Story mode is going away. We have war stories, that's going away. So damn it, this is going away, I believe. We are losing that, which I don't really care. I already got all the rewards from it and everything. I already had all the tanks from those deals. I had no desire to continue playing it. How about the maps? Like exactly what are you talking about regarding the maps? Because again, it's kind of be one of those things where you're going to just have to go back and watch like the first like 5 minutes of the 5 or so minutes of the stream, because that's when I cover everything regarding the maps, the map reworks, all that stuff. I have a feeling, Necro, you're talking about the M48. Honestly, I feel like that's the only thing it has going for it is its turret, just because of the fact it's a huge tank. Um, NATO countries focused on defensive doctrine, so hull down tactics, good gun depression, good fire control systems, pretty much to, you know, while they would be outnumbered, their kill ratio would be higher than the Russians. So, you know, if you're talking about things like weakening the turret armor of like the M48, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, they should not be. Because at the end of the day, if you catch a medium tank that has good turret armor, but relatively shitty hull armor, on flat ground, that turret armor means jack shit. So really, you're suggesting nerfing maybe the one advantage that the tank gets in an actual fight. Steve, again, that's very vague. That doesn't help me answer the question. If you're talking about any new maps coming out, if you're talking about any graphical reworks of the maps that are coming back, if you're talking about map rotation, if you're talking about all that, again, they provided more info on on the map stuff than they really, was like half the stream, which was map stuff. So, I summed that down into like 5 minutes of me talking. You're going to have to just go back and watch the first 5 minutes, because, you know, I doubt anyone wants to, you know, hear me say the same thing. God damn, I didn't want to enter this, you know, over the course of an hour and a half.
A single day.
I don't care that a single day could change history in this post-war bullshit. I'm done. There we go. But yeah, it's again, Steve, it's not like I'm trying to brush off your questions. It's just that there was so much information regarding that, and because of how vague you kind of are being with that, I can't give you a quick and short answer. The best way I can do without having to go back through all the notes and just try and list them off again, which I'm guessing a lot of people don't really want to hear me do again, is go and just watch the first 5 minutes or so. Any other questions? And if there are no other questions, I'm just going to casually activate my ×2 on this. And we're just gonna, play. Alrighty. I see no other questions yet. So I'm going to hit the battle button, and I know Fate is going to say that, thank you very much, Steve. Hopefully, again, apologies, I can't really answer your question. It's just kind of vague and stuff. But seeing as there's no question, I'm going to hit the battle button. And knowing how luck will have it, someone's going to drop a very lengthy, a question that requires a lengthy explanation as soon as I go into battle. That's how fate works. How many subs have I gained this year? A lot. I think it was like last December, last year, I just hit 1,000 subs. And as of right now, I am less than 200. I'm like 250 subs away, a little less than that, from reaching 2K. So I'm excited about that, and I hope maybe in the near future here I can hit 2K, because that means another huge celebration with you guys, and you guys know what my celebrations tend to entail. So, yeah. God damn it.
Enemies looking right at us. Ready to fire.
Are we really doing this?
Looks like that one went right through. They spotted us. Ready to fire on target. Looks a hole in their armor. Dropping target. Reloaded. That's gotta hurt. Enemies looking right at us. One of our tracks is damaged. Releasing target.
I don't remember the... Oh, this is assault.
Target locked.
Oh, boy.
Spitballs.
Now this pesky IS-7 that doesn't want to leave its hole that sucks
Capturing the enemy.
in, apparently. Yeah, but I don't... Is that like the release of the new, like, season? Or is that the actual update? You can kind of see the issue with that. They're not very clear.
Best job I ever had.
By the way, what's going on, Small? How you doing? Both? If that was the case, I feel like they would have announced that. That's the thing. That's what I'm kind of concerned about. If that was the case, but at the same time, I'm not going to hold my breath and just expect that, you know... I hope that it will be Tuesday because of that timer, but I'm not expecting it to be Tuesday just because that's just how they work. I'm a CC and I hate to say it, but they do have a very, very long history of letting people down. Of course, we also have ourselves to blame for that too. I mean, I think both parties kind of just are guilty with that. We as a community just suck at absolutely just understanding what is going on in the background and, you know, just kind of accepting that no plan ever survives first contact with an enemy. And then there's also the developers that just are really spooky and are afraid of releasing too much info or are hesitant to be transparent with us when some issues or delays happen because they think we're just going to riot. So I do think kind of like both parties are a little bit guilty on it. Sup, Henry L? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? You haven't been on in a while because of work, and that sucks, man. I hate for the day where I, you know, can't play much anymore because of work. But, you know, at least I'll be in a stable job, and I'll be all right with that. How you doing, Henry? Hopefully you've been doing all right. You see, I'd much rather be okay if they came out and said, hey, you know, we have to delay this again to Christmas Day or something because there's a bug. We got to fix the bug. We're sorry, guys. Here, you know, blah. You know, that's it. I'd be more understanding if they just came out and said, "Hey, we have to delay this," and I'd be like, "Hey, it's a bug. I'd much rather it get fixed than, you know, them push it into the game, and next thing you know, I log in and all my tanks are gone." Josu Hernandez, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, Samal, you're listing a bunch of stuff that I covered in like the first 15, 20 minutes of the stream. So I pretty much just summed up 2.5 hours worth of content that was stretched to stupid levels of time and condensed it down into 15, 20 minutes. So anyone that missed the rehash, literally you just need to go back and watch the first 15, 20 minutes of the stream and you should be all right. Yes, Henry, just check out the first 15-20 minutes of my Monday stream this week, my Wednesday stream this week, and today's stream. Just go watch the first 15-20 minutes of those streams. Will save you a lot of time compared to watching about 4 hours worth of stuff dragged on. Just got home from work. That's always good. That's always good. And what do you know? We got done with that in the span of, one game. So that's always good. I'm, swear to God, probably just going to go the high route there and just grind the hell out of that. Samal, I don't mean to bash them because at the same time they're trying to make the stream a little fun and entertaining, but I know a lot of people, the reasons the numbers were so high is people weren't there to have fun. They were straight up of like, and I'm just being straight to the point of what I'm sure many people were thinking, and just not directing this at all at any one person individual. It just, in general, I bet you everyone was thinking like, bitches, just give me the info. I'm only here for the info. Screw your giveaways. Screw your talks about food. Forget the gameplays. I don't care who won the Tanker Reward sweepstakes. I am here for the update info because you guys never do these. And again, it's like I'm not hating on what they did. I'm not, because it's like I was happy they're at least doing info. I was happy to be able to hear them talk about stuff like that, But once it started dragging on to like 2 hours, and it's like, sorry guys, we have to have an intermission. It's like, then don't do it. I'm here for the information. I sat through 2.5 hours in order to do a 15-20 minute summary for you guys. I don't really like my time being wasted. I'm one of those people. I don't like my time being wasted. If I had nothing better to do, I'd be like, all right, cool. Just casually listen while I'm doing whatever. But because I was there for the info and only the info, probably the best stream this week that they have done was Wednesday's stream, where it was literally 45 minutes long. They literally popped in, they talked a little bit, They covered all their bases. They explained what they were talking about. Stream over. We didn't have games. We didn't have giveaways. There was nothing. It was straight up, here's the info. Done. I started early. I was able to start the stream early because of that. That was great. That was my favorite stream because that is exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the info right away and nothing more. If it was any other day stream where it's like the Monday or the casual, post update, hey, we're having fun. All right, I don't care. Let's have fun. Let's chill, talk, whatever. When it comes down to the update, I want the info. I don't care what tanks you're playing. I don't want to see you play anything. I want to hear what's going to change because you guys almost never give insider information more than 1 day before the update drops. My most hated tank, Fernando? Oh boy. I don't really have a most hated tank. I just kind of play a tank. What the fuck is my family doing? The hell are they doing? Okay. I don't know what they're doing. I don't really have a most hated tank, to be honest. I can't think of a tank that I absolutely hate. That's a tough one. I'd have to think on that. Well, thank you, Hernandez. Thank you very much. I kind of try and be as informative as I can because that's what you guys expect me to be. So I'm going to try what I can do to help you guys out. Well, no, Samal, I mean, they do kind of need to explain a little bit, and I want to see some explanation because I can't explain something if I don't really understand it. If they just say something like, we We changed the crew system to where it's commanders. Okay, so are you just changing the name? What more? What do you mean you're changing the system? I do need no, I guess so far I'm hating the T95, to be honest. I need explanation. So that 45 minutes, that was fine. I had no problem with that 45-minute stream because they covered all the stuff. They gave me the information. They gave me an explanation explaining what that change was, and that's it. That's fine. They covered it in 45 minutes, and that works. I just gave a summary and just kind of summed up that because I already knew, and I could explain it if you guys had farther questions. So, that's the thing. I just hate the T95 purely because it goes against my entire playstyle. Then there's my dog barking at squirrels with camouflage nets with night vision goggles because it's pitch black outside and she's barking at shit. But yeah, anyone that watches my streams a lot, you guys tend to know that I prefer mobile warfare. I prefer NATO doctrine type tanks. I prefer open maps where I can respond and be flexible. Tanks like this that require static defenses and, strong support, so that way you're not just overwhelmed and slaughtered like a pig. Things and are slow and arty magnets. You guys know I dislike that. We need more dogs in WAT. I bet PETA would love it. Yeah, I don't like it. I have the top package, but it's just time is it for me. It is 6:30. We have daylight I don't know where you are, David, but we have daylight savings time here in the States. So, we jumped forward an hour. I don't know. I will literally vote regardless of party when there's a president that will be like, I am abolishing daylight savings time. Because then at that point, that's speaking sense. That is something on an agenda that I will get behind because that shit is stupid. So, I don't care about your fluff and your thoughts on taxes and the healthcare system and stuff. Do practical things. Taxes. So yeah, you know all about daylight savings time. Yeah, I know. Thanks, bud. And then he leaves me. Yeah, I have a friend in Texas, so I know that you guys are in Central Time, an hour behind me, so... When the Oho is faster. If he wants to use me as hardcover, I am okay with this. Well, seeing as there's a gap now, no, it's not helping. Let me just casually slap you for 7 and 16. Just stop. Snapshot. Oh, your day's over.
Ready to fire. Dropping target. Enemies got us in their sights.
Yep, there's a 53-55 room in my game.
Ready to fire on target.
Oh boy.
We lost an ally. Enemies
What's up,
got us
brah?
in their sights. Ready to fire on target.
This dude just in front of me for no particular reason. Worth an attempt.
Lost the track.
Then there's Artie. Because there's Artie.
We fixed the track. Let's roll.
I figured. I figured I was gonna casually damage some dude. Oh, fuck. Oh, you wouldn't.
They've spotted us.
Let me hide the. Oh. Oh. Oh! You didn't hit me!
Reloading. Ready to fire on target.
I'm guessing I hit the offhand, the Borsig. This is where I'm useless. Yeah, but small. They're just trying to help, so I'm okay with that. I mean, if there's a tank, I'm going to stop. Like, if there's a tank and I see a shot, I will stop. But there are tanks where it's like, hey, yeah, I really do need this boost, and I'm not going to turn help and be that guy. If someone's just trying to be nice and give a helping hand, teamwork or sportsmanship like that in this game is few and far between sometimes, and I'm not about to spoil something I'm trying to promote. So, yeah. Well, I wasn't trying to get to my top speed. I just wanted that extra boost to get there quicker. What the hell? So I hit the Scorpion G for 745. All right. Hey, Derek, what's going on? How you doing? So just as a reminder, guys, and I hate to apologize for this, but again, their stream decided to go for like 2.5 hours. So, that set me back, and again, I'm missing dinner because of this. So, stream was going to be an hour and a half. So we got about less than 30 minutes or so of the stream. So we're just going to be playing some tanks here. Anyone joining that missed the rehash at the beginning of the stream, you just need to go back and watch the first 15-20 minutes of the stream. Yeah. Pretty much better than going and watching 2.5 hours. Stop to eat. Nice, Derek. Alright, James, thanks for stopping by and everything. Nice to see you again. So hopefully I get to see you again here in the near future, and you have a good rest of your evening. I need to play the Type 5 again because I still need to get the top package. I'm almost there. Just need to get 10,000 more. I do not have the 268 version 4 Hernandez. You're going to want to check the description in of the stream here. There is a document that there's a spreadsheet doc that contains every tank that I own minus the recent tier 1s and 2s that I acquired. So you want to check that out before you request anything, because chances are there's a lot of people that request tanks that I don't have because they don't go and look at the document. I do not have every tank in the game. Unfortunately, I wish I did. Oh, good old-fashioned beef soup. I'm more of a vegetable chicken noodle type of guy. Just minus the chicken in the chicken noodle, because Campbell's chicken just kind of tastes like shit. It's a fucking airplane. Well, I never play this, the version 5, so I can't really rightly say if, what it will be like. I'm sure many of you are going to be, you know, asking for a how to play of it, but, you know, again, I have to remake the vids that will be obsolete, and then I already have tanks. I already have a list of videos I need to cover once that's done.
All we gotta do is capture the location marked on the map. Roll out.
Cool, Hernandez, cool, and again, I have to apologize that I cannot fill your request. It's just simply I don't have it.
Loading armor-piercing rounds.
What are you? Don't, no, no, no. I almost did that, no.
Ready to fire incoming shell.
Do not approve of that behavior. Yeah, what do you mean we? I'm going to be the one having to do a lot of work here. You could include the we if you're in my review team there, Samal, but you're not. We need all hands on deck for that. Oh boy, that's going to be fun. I don't even have music playing. That's never good. Most of the time when I don't have music playing, I end up in a horrible game.
The enemy knows our location. Dropping target. Our track is busted. We can't move. We fixed the track. Let's roll. Armor-piercing round ready.
Really? You too then, guys.
Enemies looking right at us. Looks like that one went right through. One of those flames. Fires out.
Yeah, being harassed the whole fucking time. It's just wonderful. What is me trying to simply play? There's no already safe on this map for a tank that's slow that can't even get to an already safe position. Yeah, Samal, no, I think we're all going to be, if you mean by that, oh yeah, no, we're all going to be busy with that. Oh god. Oh, we're all going to be busy with that. Sup, Rich? Showed up in time for like the last 20 minutes of the stream. How you doing? And Derek. working on the. I see, I see. I don't know why I put Rise to 2K. I don't know why I said Rise. Probably because I was listening to that song for when I was typing this. Oh boy. Another map that kind of pretty much, encourages me to just get focus fired by every goddamn thing under the sun. So essentially this is a let me just load rounds and camp these buildings because I will get spotted before I even cross. Got it. Alright, cool.
We have to take and hold the marked objective. Get to it. Focus on this location. Target locked. Camo net up. Target locked. Ready to fire on target. Looks like that one went right through. They spotted us. Enemy vehicle destroyed. Ammo rack back in order. Enemies looking.
I hope to God I don't get shot through these tiny damn windows. They're trying. Fuck.
We've got a lock. The enemy is capturing the base.
A Legion? Oh my God, I have not seen one of those in God knows how long. Well, at least I made it past noob level where I, you know, only do one clip of damage and then die. I mean, that's always an accomplishment, right? That should be a medal. That should be a medal. Make it past the first reload in in the waffle.
Detected. Focus attention here. Load it up. Let it rip.
Thankfully, Artie has not focused me. Artie is actually doing his job of trying to support the hill.
Locked on. Focus on this location. Looks like that one went right through.
Wow, okay. Because that made perfect sense.
The enemy is taking the base. They found us.
I don't care.
Target locked.
You damaged me once. Once!
Ready to fire on target. Enemy's got us in their sights. Locked and loaded.
Now if I can just get to a position where I can be devastating as all hell. It is a little bit difficult. It does require, like, knowledge of what the hell you to do, which is probably why people want to see a how to play.
Locked on. Penetration. Focus attention here. Enemy tanks in the base. Get rid of them. Target locked.
Well, that's the game for me. I'll take it. I'll take it. No, Necro, you're 100% right. Same thing with the 4005. Just want to check something here. Alrighty. I'll take it. I got a high caliber. I feel bad for the Type 4, though. I just kind of deleted him. I do feel bad for that. Selfless plug time. I know everyone does not like the selfless plugs, but I'm on the road to 2K subs, so I got to do it anyway because marketing. But, you know, thank you all for stopping by and everything like that. So we still got like 10 minutes left of the stream. So, you know, if you liked the stream, you liked the rehash that I did, the summary at the beginning of the stream, do smash that thumbs up because it lets me know that you want to see more streams like this. And if you're new to the channel and you've seen some of the content or you like the stream, you know, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and that bell icon for notifications, so that way you know when I'm doing my giveaways or I'm streaming or when a new video comes out. You know, that will always go a long way, and it, you know, lets me know that there are people out there that, you know, like what I'm doing. Really, I would, you know, I'd love to not have to keep saying that stuff, but, you know, I don't think I can actually put a bot in for YouTube. I'm not leaving yet, Samal, but if you are, man, well, thanks for stopping by and everything. And as always, I do enjoy the conversations and sometimes your weirdly humorous negative comments on some of my videos. Well, David, thank you very much for the best wishes and stuff like that. You should the chieftain. I should the what? You mean like the other YouTube guy? I'm nowhere near like him. I try and emulate him because I got a polo shirt, but I'm not like him, unfortunately.
Alright, men, we've got enemies in the area. We either have to take them all out or capture their base. Let's roll.
Oh, I know, but sometimes even being realistic is negative, and it's not that that's a bad thing. It's not like you're, you know, going out and trying to directly insult me or, you know, anything crazy. Just, you know, sometimes the way you're politely negative is very humorous. No, I fucked up.
Enemies looking right at us. Unlock the target.
Excuse me? Oh, okay.
Gun loaded. They've spotted us. Penetration. Ready to fire on target. Enemies got us.
This dude just should really stop letting me farm him.
Dropping target.
Oh. Yep. Of course, I'm getting farmed.
She's loaded.
This is a bad idea. Bad idea. Very bad idea.
Target locked. Target locked. We lost a friendly vehicle. Enemy in sight. We've got a lock. They've spotted us.
So I can't even move because of tanks like that Conquer, and then, you know, we got like no one in the city. I don't even have the health. I have like 32 HP left. Yeah!
Gun loaded. Been detected.
I'm loving how, like, no one else here really wants to help. You know, I used to be able to hit those bushes, and now it's just kind of like a YOLO suicide game. Or I could just die. Fuck you too, game. Because railroad tracks are, you know, railroad tracks will kill you. Oh, yeah, Hernandez, on the spreadsheet, I actually have a couple tanks highlighted in black. Those are tanks I will never play, even if requested. The Chieftain and the 4202 are, so far, the only ones that are blacklisted. Nothing against them. They're very capable tanks, but I will never, ever play them. And then you got that guy. Okay. Oh, it's Sprung Nickel. Yeah, Samuel is one of those ones that is realistically educational and stuff on there, which is why you don't, you know, see me get really. It's why you don't see me upset about it, because it's like he's politely he's realistically polite. No, hold on. How do I word this? He's able to politely word his realistic thoughts in such a weirdly negative way that it doesn't come off like really bad. Like, he knows how to word things to where it doesn't, you know, come off bad. Of course, then there's sometimes when he just straight up bashes wargaming, which, you know, it's like, you know, you're not given names, you're not whatever, and at the same time, I do know that there are issues with that, you know, with the company that I don't have a say in. I don't really know what's going on behind closed doors, but I've been witness to it, and I understand the upset. So sup, Snips? So basically, here's the thing. All my regulars know I have a very, very unhealthy obsession with the Centurion Action X, or Centurions in general. This is like an obsession to the level of, if there is even a tank that is similar to it that could be potentially better than the Action X, I will not play it. So again, it's not that I think the tanks suck. It is because of how good they potentially can be that I don't want to play them. And before you freak out and misunderstand what I'm about to say here, I have invested technically money into my Action X. I have commissioned an artist who has designed many skins in the game to make a piece of artwork for me to hang over my TV of my favorite tank, the Centurion Action X, and I'm looking at it right now. So I have literally, in a way, invested money into my favorite tank. Therefore, because of this investment, I don't want to play anything that could potentially make me lose interest in my favorite tank or change my perspective of it. So, again, I will never play the 4202. I will never play the Centurion. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I will never play the Chieftain. And for a little bit, until they nerfed the Chisel, the Chisel was blacklisted. I would never play that. But then once they did, they nerfed it a little bit to where it wasn't exactly crazy. The Chisel was removed off the blacklist. So, again, it's not that I think the tanks suck, but I do not want to play them out of fear, in a way. So it's a weird thing to describe, but that's just me. So, yeah. I cannot believe... So we are at the 90-minute mark. Oh, boy. Alrighty. So, that's going to be it for today's stream, unfortunately. But again, Wargaming decided to drag it over, like, into like a 2.5-hour stream. But at the same time, at least we got some information. So, quick admin giveaway for, I believe it's 7 days of premium. Ends tonight at midnight. So if you are interested in getting 7 days of premium, go check out that video. Also, I am on vacation, technically, content-wise, so you'll not see any new videos this weekend. I'm taking a break in preparation for God knows what stress I will have when this update drops. So there's that. Also, if you have missed the stream here, like if you missed the rehash or anything like that at any point in time, go back and watch the first 20 minutes of this stream. Once this stream ends, 15-20 minutes or so, you'll get all the information condensed down and explained in 15-20 minutes instead of 2.5 hours like Wargaming's stream. And in general, if you liked the stream and you want to see more of this, again, hit that like button. Let me know you want to see more streams like this. And if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button and bell icon for notifications, as not only does that allow you to know when I'm doing giveaways, new videos, and I'm streaming, but that also helps me out in reaching that 2K subs mark, which also means another big celebration and big giveaways for you guys. So, other than that, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Samal, yes, you are right. The Cent Action X is way more agile. Yeah. You know not to talk heresy. And stay healthy. May RNG be in your favor this weekend, because I'm sure weekend teams are going to be out in force. And until next time, this has been Darren of Watch the Academy. Good night, everyone.